Doesn't get more Canadian than hockey and Lululemon, so it makes sense that the two are teaming up.
Yeah, and it's actually a pretty good progression path for Lululemon as well, according to most analysts, with this new announcement that basically your favorite sport, your favorite NHL teams specifically are going to be on the face of Lululemon's clothing. So it's bringing those two companies together. The company specifically Lululemon is working with is known as Fanatics. They already make NHL merchandise and sports apparel in general. So the partnering of these two companies is going to start with a few teams, including the Leafs, the Vegas Golden Knights, other Canadian teams like the Montreal Canadiens, the Oilers, the Canucks. No love yet for the Flames, Jets, or Senators, but all 32 teams will be included by next season. The items go on sale starting October 29th, Cynthia.
Okay, just in time for the holiday rush, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a lot of Christmas trees with that stuff.
I'm sure. Now let's turn to the auto industry. A major automaker is speeding past earnings expectations.
No, that's a good one, Cynthia. And definitely the case for General Motors. They're setting a new bar for other automakers to ascend to because there's been a bit of a struggle with things like high inventory. So just too many cars on lots. So a lot of companies had to offer discounts and incentives to get those cars out of those inventories, but GM didn't have that issue the last quarter. They managed to slow down production to meet consumer demand, so they didn't actually have to give many incentives like discounts to move cars. And in fact, the last quarter, revenue and profits beat expectations, and something known as free cash flow was more than double what analysts were expecting. And that basically means the amount of free money that they have floating around that they usually use to buy back stock. So basically their bottom line has never been better. Most of the sales are coming from individuals because fleet orders were actually on the decline, but they don't seem too phased about that. They've actually raised their full year guidance and their profit outlook. And looks like it's a good time to be holding shares of GM. The stock went up almost 10% today on Wall Street, Cynthia.
Nice jump. Okay, this next story is going to make a lot of people happy. We talked yesterday, Ari, about that looming interest rate cut. And it's looking more and more like it will be very good news for mortgage holders tomorrow.
Absolutely, yes. So those with variable rate mortgages, for instance, those are looking to get a new loan, maybe for a home or a vehicle. It could be good news after tomorrow. We're more than likely going to see an interest rate cut of at least 25 basis points or 0.25%. That's how much they went down at the last three meetings. The last report on inflation, the consumer price index, came in below the bank's target level. So there is a sense here that the central bank needs to sort of play catch up. So there's now a 90% chance that we see a 0.5% cut tomorrow morning,
90% chance, okay.
Yes, and just to give you an idea, all of the Canadian banks, the major Canadian banks, are expecting that half-point cut, but TD Bank is the one outlier, just playing a little more conservative. They expect it to be a 0.25 point, but we'll find out tomorrow morning, and we'll certainly talk about it at this time tomorrow, Cynthia.
Either way, people are going to be happy with another cut.
Absolutely.
Slowly but surely. All right, Ari, always great to talk to you. Thanks so very much for joining us.
You as well, Cynthia.